it wasn't so good with going. Then there we go, just like that. You know, you got to go with the pivot sometimes. Good morning, everyone. Guess what today is? It is Trending Thursday. This naughty boss is a little hoarse from a little Cinco de Mayo fun last night. But good morning, everyone. Trending Thursday. Naughty Boss Lady Can Alive with two.
Sistas, and good morning, everyone. My name is Janis, aka Wellness Diva 5.0. We hope that you had an amazing Cinco de Mayo. I did see some of your pictures, and I'm like, oh, they're having fun there. So that is so awesome. Trending Thursday. Probably one of my, I would say, hot topics, and I call it a hot topic because I love everything that's new, what is new, what is trending out there. So of course, I had to do a little digging. I'm not going to share my screen, but here's what I came up with, some things, and I'm just gonna rattle them off real quick. There is a new type of hydration belt, and this is great for runners, walkers, and supposedly it keeps your beverage nice and cold. It's got these two little things, and you can obviously hydrate on the go and it be nice and cold. So I thought that was interesting. Excuse me. Of course, the weighted training ball. I love the training balls. That's always a good thing. Resistance bands are still a high ticket item, and I think this is great. And I always suggest if you're using weighted bands or resistant cords, use the ones with the handles. A special yoga towel, big deal. Okay. This thing I love, the Bowflex adjustable kettlebell. I never knew that there was such a thing. And the list goes on and on, but it just goes to show you that there's always a thought process behind there on these trending topics. And of course, now that everybody's been home and everybody's purchasing, well, I shouldn't say everybody, but a lot of people are purchasing different gym equipment. So Carroll-Sue, I have a question. If you were to pick one item, and I know that you've had equipment in your home in Massachusetts at different times, what would be the one fitness equipment that you would want to buy for your home?
Well, before I get to that, and that's a great question, but before I get to that, yes, what is trending? There's so many things trending out there. But before I get into all of that goodness, I do want to do a shout out to our daughter, Tina. Today is her birthday.
Right. Happy birthday,
I just wanted to make
Tina.
sure, she FaceTimed me this morning with the kids. The kids did an awesome job. They made homemade party hats, pancake breakfast, and all. So I hope that she's having a special day with her kids and her hubby, and just celebrating all that she is. We are definitely so proud of her as not only mom, as an individual and a leader in her community. So big shout out to our daughter, Tina. You have a great, great birthday, 36 years old. Where does the time go? Yikes. But anywho, have a great day, sweetie. We love you. Getting back into what would be in a piece of equipment. I'm actually not an equipment person. I absolutely love the bands because they travel with me. I'm very active. A lot of people know I just celebrated my 24th flight since the last February. So I've flown 24 times, and I love that I can easily just pack it, fold it up, stick it in my my carry-on. I don't have to worry about that as long and also with the resistant bands too, with the handles, they travel really well and they fit with my lifestyle. But if I had to actually pick something that I was going to purchase, or my dream kind of piece of equipment would be a rowing machine. And the reason why I would choose the rowing machine is I love the movement. It's something that I think most people, no matter where their fitness level is, they can easily use it and work up to a higher degree of difficulty. And it's really going to give you the all body fitness. So it's working all your muscles, your core, your calves, your hamstrings, your arms, your shoulders, your let's face it, your abs for number one. But your glutes, your thighs, your butt, like everything. It's an overall workout. So I would have to say that would be my favorite. And there are so many out there now that you can kind of fold up and store away. One thing that I did actually recently purchase, because I wanted something that was equipment orientated, but also utilizing what I would travel with. So I recently, well, actually, it was like Christmas gift to myself, but because we've been super, super busy, I've not yet opened it yet. So it's called the Zeno Gym, and it's kind of like a horizontal shape, but it's something that you can do push-ups on. You could do lie back down and do some arm workout. It comes with bands that you can actually, the resisting bands, and it gives you all kinds of exercises. There's an app to go with it, so you can get free workouts with it. So, and it's what I say, easily storage. It's so easy. It's not that big. You can put it upright right back, and it's lightweight. So it's kind of a very soft bench if you want, but it's got these metal loops all around it that you put the resistance bands to. You can work your legs, you can work your upper arms, you can wear your glutes, your abs. So it's probably kind of the best next thing from a rowing machine, but I absolutely love it. Really getting back into my fitness. I've been traveling a lot. We've had a lot of company, and what tends to happen with a lot of people is you get busy with life, right? You get busy with your responsibilities and or having fun, living our lives. So sometimes our fitness level kind of derails, but I'm kind of back on track, and that feels really, really good. And I think it's relatable. I think we all can say that we lose, depending on the time of year, what is a busier time for us. Our schedule gets a little funky. So I'm happy to be back doing that fitness and all of that. But other things that are trending, which is a totally different topic, and I'm actually still investigating it, is and it's again, it's going to be a hot topic for sure. And I'm not going to mention the state and or the town until I get all kinds of verification. However, what I'm hearing is that a certain school system or multiple school systems, I'm not sure about that, I'm still kind of working those details out, are going to be introducing health, sex education in kindergarten, and their mascot is the unicorn. Unicorn meaning that you don't identify with, you get to choose consent and gender. That is the basis of the unicorn being as the mascot. Now, again, this is a story in progress. I don't know all the facts. I've been getting little pieces of it here and there. I'm still investigating it. And I thought to myself, a lot of people have been chatting about getting back to normal, getting children back into school where they belong, where they also, part of learning is social skills and interacting with their playmates and recess and having that physical and emotional connection with their teacher are so important at such an early age, entering in the school system, because you really want them to show the positivity and you want them to love school, right? Don't you want your child to love school? But unfortunately, the teachers union has had a lot of influence over CDC. They've implemented their own statements, and I think they've infiltrated that. So if this story pans out to be true, that they're now using a unicorn as the mascot for choose your gender and all about consent, I would hope that parents, and I would certainly be an advocate for any state to assist with this, because it just really hit a chord, because I have grandchildren and, grandchildren, children, but children as a whole, being, someone being an advocate for children that people are not speaking out about. It is a parent's right, I truly feel, to decide when they want to introduce sex/health education. And the word consent should have no place in a child 16 and under. Should have no place. They are not mentally, especially in kindergarten, mentally fit to be making any kind of decision of consent at that age. I was appalled by that. And I hope parents are really understanding the impact that that's going to have, that your freedoms of being that parent and your rights as a parent are now starting to be stomped upon. Not even talking about all the other freedoms that we've been chatting about over the last 6 months that are going to kind of, well, actually over the last couple of months that now we've seen deteriorating. So what I have to say is I am going to do my investigating a little bit more, and that is why I'm not staying in the state. because I want to make sure that this information is verified. We always try to do our best when we're introducing a subject matter to do our best to make sure that, you know, we have all the details, but numerous people from numerous sources are chatting about this particular thing. And I love the unicorn. And I don't want to see the unicorn being used in such a fashion. And if you actually looked, and this is one of the things that kind of sparked my interest in it, if you go to many different stores, you can go down aisles upon aisles upon aisles, and you see unicorn everywhere. So you have to kind of scratch your head, and we're living in such a digital age that you have to scratch your head and say, was this kind of planned? You know, because the unicorn was always pretty big, but it's really been really flooding the gates really over the last couple months. And people using for different aspects. I like to think of it as, you know, really creating that higher self, that magical, you know, mystery of, you know, our visions and our goals. And so I absolutely love that piece to it. But if they're going to actually use the unicorn in such a way to be the mascot for this propaganda stuff that should not really be in school systems, gosh, I got a problem with that. What do you think about that, Jan? I know that's a lot. I gave you a lot.
Well, I know that you have your in the sun, so you perhaps didn't see all the faces that I was making. And I'm sure, obviously, if you're listening to the audio, you can't see the faces I was making. But let me tell you, the diva is there.
Disturbing.
It's beyond disturbing. Like, stop the effing nonsense. Let's get back to reading, writing, arithmetic. What happened to all that stuff? What's going on with these teachers union? This is the first time that I'm hearing of that. And like Carroll-Sue said, you know, I'm sure she's on the hot trail trying to verify some of that information. But this is what I will say about it. Get the kids back in school. Let's go back to the way it was originally done, going to school, having that camaraderie with your classmates, having that interaction with your teacher in the classroom, not online. Like, let's just like stop this nonsense altogether. It's getting so ridiculous. And there's a point. Oh, you can tell when I'm getting fired up because I start to talk a little faster. There is a point when being politically correct is not that. Just saying, like, stop the nonsense. I know that there's a lot of educators out there that are trying their damn best to, they've not only had to adapt, but they have families as well. I can't speak on behalf of them, but I know that there are a lot of hardworking teachers out there, and kudos to you. But these teachers unions that are, if this particular one is doing that crap, shame on you. Shame on you.
And it's true. And a lot of people, they talk about, okay, well, this is, you know, we just got to accept this is our new normal. No, it is not. You know, we the people have to start being more diligent in having our voices heard. And that could be within your community. That could be within your church. You gather people. You have to stop saying, I'm just one person. What can I do? It starts with one person. That's truly how movement starts. It starts with one person. And if you sit back and you are not doing your due diligence to say, no, I don't want that for my child, or no, I don't want that for my community. Sorry, there is somebody that's mowing over here, so I'm going to mute myself in a minute. Start with you. Start with one. Start chatting with friends and saying and challenging your schools, because you know what, if one school does it, don't think it's not going to happen to the next school. I'm going to mute myself and you kind of contribute to that.
Okay. I think what one of the problems that I have with situations like that is everybody, I shouldn't say everybody, but different organizations, different businesses, high-tech businesses, sports is jumping on this bandwagon. Like, and what the question that I have is, and I already know the answer to it. If you think, if these businesses think that it is okay, or that is Like, what are they basing their decision on? I just don't understand it. And it's kind of goes back to the same question that I've asked several times, but nobody can give me a really good answer. And I did pose it again. And I think it was on Fox 35 in Orlando, excuse me, in Orlando, did some type of a story. And I want to say it was a couple days ago. And I responded and I said, again, does the people that voted, and I'm not talking about Republicans and Democrats, the people that voted for fake 46, let's just be honest, that's what I call them, fake 46. Do you know what you voted for? Because now we're in this predicament. And the other question that I have is, with everything that is happening in the United States today, are you better now than you were when we had President Trump in office?
Well,
And
you know, you know what, for me, it's not even at this point right now, it's not even Republicans versus Democrats. It's really about being, you know, open-minded to understand what is actually occurring in our country, and the way that we're whittling away freedoms that we took for granted, that we kept saying, well, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. They're not going to do that. The bottom line is that these things are occurring. They are happening. They're impacting not only our economics, our way of life, our freedoms, but they're impacting our health and wellness, because people are extremely stressed out with the uncertainty of what is really going on in our country and why these things keep reoccurring. And these really, you know, one of the other things that I heard trending was people are really pushing to ban a particular brand of cigarettes. Now, we're not components of smoking. Obviously, that has nothing to do with health and wellness. But again, sometimes people have the choice to make decisions for themselves, even though they're unhealthy choices. We cannot start stamping out people's freedoms of choice just because we don't like their choice. And I think that is what is evolving. And that's a scary thing that we have to really embrace and say, look, it's not going away. Like every day you hear some sort of new, you know, this is going on, that's going on. And the bottom line is, if we choose to sit back and kind of wait, what are we waiting for? You know, are we going to wait when it's too late? Are we going to have people that are so distanced from really what's happening, and really embracing that our country is taking a turn? And it's not really a good turn. It's not a good look for America to, you know, we embrace the freedom of our country and invite people as immigrants to become American citizens. I would have to scratch my head on that, because our freedoms are being taken away. This is not, it's supposed to be the land of the free, the home and the brave. That has not changed. Yet there are people out there, there are forces out there that are perpetrating a lot of agendas that are, they're dangerous. They're dangerous to our society. They are dangerous to our democracy, and they're dangerous to our community, our citizens. That's what's scary. So I think people need to take the whole party system out of the equation and understand what's really going on. And sadly, those kind of stresses, and people under a lot of stress, no wonder why. You know, they're normal that they kept pushing the goalposts on, oh, if we just do this, we'll be back to normal. And then the goalpost moves again. If we just do A, B, and C, goalpost moves again. And people are at this point that they're stressed, they're tired, they just want normalcy. They're so done with what's going on in our country. They just want to be happy. They want to, you know, they're looking for the future of their children, our grandchildren, saying, what kind of world are they going to actually have in 10 years from now, 5 years from now? I mean, would you honestly think a year ago we would still be here? What is going on? I am grateful and blessed every day because I live in a state that we have a we the people governor. But I think people really have to wake up and say, forget the arguing, because that's what they want. Forget the hate and the fear. That's what they want. Let's band together and make a positive change. That's what should be trending, how we can put good change, positive change, putting people back to work, letting children go to school, and stop this propaganda nonsense. But with that, it is getting a little noisy around here because, of course, I'm at Pickleball University and I'm getting ready to get my pickleball on. But what are you trending about? What is trending in your mind? Is it in your fitness level? It is in what you are eating. Is it your, recipes you're making? Is it change within your community? Change within your own family? You be the trend center and show other people that you're standing up and you're going to be a leader. How about that? Be a leader. Let that be trending. With that, this is Carroll-Sue, aka Naughty Boss, Lady Canna, live from Pickle you at a very noisy, sunny Florida with two
Sisters, and good morning again, everyone. Trending Thursday. Make it a good one. My name is Janis, aka Wellness Diva 5.0. We will see you tomorrow morning at about 8 a.m. or so. And make it a good one. Have a great day.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.